G'day guys, welcome to my RXY's feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about top 5 rides in Gold Coast theme parks for 2020 guys. So let's get started guys. So guys, coming in at number 5, we see the Spooky Coaster of Scooby-Doo. Now, this coaster was absolutely very cool. I liked how the way that the Spooky Coaster was so dark. You have to, when you go into the entrance of the actual, going to the actual like roller coaster, going towards it, absolutely very cool. The attractions were absolutely amazing. Plus, like you got the storm into that walkway, and it was just absolutely incredible. Like, but once you go into the ride, I absolutely loved it. But I was just screaming my head off and absolutely like amazed by this coaster because once you go into the actual like coaster thing, you can see like all the sights. But you can't really see it because really for a fact that I like how the way that this coaster was absolutely very cool. Had like a lot of attractions into it, but the old version of it brought in, but then they got it remade, so it got upgraded. So then once you got into that elevator, it was basically very ordinary because I wasn't expecting that to be a very cool attraction of that theme. But really, going into that elevator, it goes like up like this, and then it turns slightly, goes up, and then turns slightly, and it goes up. And then once you hit that mark, it basically goes backwards, like forward, goes backwards. Say, it goes backwards, but it goes very steep. But really, for a fact is, I like this coaster because it was my favourite ride to go to. Really, for instance though, I like how the way that this coaster was absolutely very cool. Once you get, like, once you basically go backwards the first time, it basically gets to the steepest point. But I'm not too sure how many, like, deepest points there is to basically go down it. But really, for instance, though, I like this coaster. And then once you go up where you hit that jackpot, basically turns around and then it goes zoom, and then basically goes like sliding, like 5 or 6 times. Basically, also, like you hit, like once you hit that spot, it basically turns around a 45-degree angle, and then obviously drops first, turns around again, and then obviously drops. Like, for instance though, what I can say about this coaster, absolutely amazing. You guys should go on it. But really, it's absolutely like incredible for this ride to basically have that attraction in the darkness, basically having that scary theme into that attraction. Really, for instance though, what I can say about this ride, absolutely incredible, and I could say, like, I'm just going to give this a rate of 9 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. I enjoyed this ride, but I was definitely screaming my head off, and I was just shitting myself because this ride was absolutely like freakish. Because once I got into that ride, it was basically 2 people that have to be in front and 2 people have to be in the back. But then once I got into the front bit of this ride, basically, because this ride was absolutely like incredible to watch, but like basically not to watch, but basically to go on that ride. I really like this ride, and I'm just going to say 9 out of 10 for this one. And I'm just going to say, if you guys love movie world rides, basically go onto the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster. It has a new theme now, so go and check it out. Absolutely amazing, though. But once this COVID-19 basically drops down and it basically reopens everything, basically go onto the Spooky Coaster, Scooby-Doo, and it's basically a very cool ride to go to anyway. Coming in at number 4, we see Wild West Falls. Now, this ride was absolutely a very cool one. It's a family ride to go on. I'm not too sure how much it can fit on, but it's basically a very cool ride to basically go on to. Really, for instance, though, what I can say about it is a very cool theme that basically brought into that 1800s theme. And really, for instance, though, Wild West is basically set in America, where it's basically brought into Australia and set it to an actual very cool theme that it basically goes into. I really like this one. Basically, it got all the volcano-looking effect buildings onto that ride anyway. Excuse me. But once I went on that ride, it was very calm, very sociable, and it was just like a water-based ride, really. Like, nothing really to say much about it, but I like this ride. And really, for instance, though, I like how the way it brought us into that theme where once you go up onto that very cool I could say climb, and then once you go into that darkness, basically turns around again when I mentioned about the Scooby-Doo one, and then obviously it goes back like this, and it goes like that. So it basically goes like a loop, or like what you could say. And then once I went on that ride, and once I saw that thing turning around, I thought it was going to turn forward and then go down it, not turning backwards and then go down. That was very weird. I wasn't expecting that, though. But I just thought, when I was on that ride, I was very scared of that drop, because the drop was basically so steep that you could fall off it. But once I just got out of that drop, you got outside, and then you obviously had to just calm. It was just very calm, still on that ride, and then it was just goes obviously like a normal thing that just moves on. But once I saw lots of it, like buildings and old buildings and stuff like that. I heard like gunshots and everything like that too. It was very cool, and I just thought it was pretty interesting to say that I like this ride, and I just basically love to go on it like so many times. But once you hit that mark, you're going up it again. It's like a 9 to 10 meter climb that goes up all the way up, and then turns around and then slides like that. So once I got up it, let's just say, once I got up it though, it was a very cool effect. And then like I had to hold on to the bar. And then like obviously once I got up and then like stood there, and then it turns like that, and then it slides down. And I was just like, oh my god, this ride was absolutely incredible. It was just so like demanding, like how like this ride was just absolutely like very ordinary. But once I got in it, like once I basically saw that drop, I was just like, this is the end of this drop. So then that means I had to hold on to the bar, and then obviously went down, and then it got splashed so much. But yeah, this ride was absolutely amazing though. I'm just going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Very average ride. I don't really like this kind of ride, but it was just very ordinary to basically go on, and it was a very cool ride to go on anyway. Coming in at number 3, we see the Road Runner roller coaster. Now, this ride was absolutely very cool, very childish. I know for a fact that I went on this ride because I just thought, if I go on this ride, it makes me feel that I want to go onto the bigger rides. Yeah, so I was just like, I want to go onto this ride to make that feeling of if I want to go onto the Arkham Asylum or the Superman ride or the Scooby-Doo ride. I was just like, yeah, okay, let's do that. But yeah, like, I just thought, for instance, that this ride was very cool. Had that lot of childish Disney, well, I could say like Disney for kids type of theme that basically went into that kids effect. But really, for instance, though, once I went on to this ride, it was very ordinary. I liked this ride, and it was just pretty interesting that I wanted to go on it like so many times, because like I was in the younger terms that I couldn't be like very brave to go on to the bigger rides. And for this ordinary thing that I really like, it's very cool to say that I like this ride, and it was just very, very ordinary to basically go on, because I went on it and then I was just like, this is a single ride. It goes 1 by 1 for each seat. Oh wait, no, 2 actually. 2 by 2 for each seat. So once I went on it, I was just like, yeah, this is so cool. And then once I got up it, I was like, yeah, here we go, going up the climb. Next minute, once I hit that mark, once I hit the top, it obviously went down steeper, and then it obviously went fast, and then yeah, it was just very like cool to see this type of ride going into that very cool looking effect. And then really, for instance, that this ride was just absolutely very like super awesome and amazing to go onto. But this is my first ever ride that I went onto, because this ride was absolutely amazing. I could not say bigger than ordinary, but this one was just a small kids ride that I was just like, I need to go on it just to get a feel of one of the bigger rides that I want to go onto. But the next video, the next part of it, that what I'm going to say is definitely going to surprise you guys. But for this one here, Road Runner, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Very ordinary, very cool, amazing, absolutely childish, but a very kids fun type of ride that I went on. And yeah, this ride was very cool, and yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. Coming in at number 2, we see the Superman ride. Now, I didn't go on this ride, but I had a look at it, and this ride was just so absolutely incredible. And it just went 100 miles an hour, and this ride was just a very cool ride that I just saw, and I was just like, should I go on it? Should I go on it? But then I didn't go on it, because this ride was just absolutely so speedy and fast. This ride was just absolutely took your mind off it. And really, for this ride, I would have said that even though that this ride was just absolutely incredible, I was just gonna be so significant, but then I was just like, I can't go on it. It was just too scary and too fragile. But this ride, though, what I can say about it is, even though that you go on it and then it takes you to like a darker place for like 10 or 2 minutes, but then once you hit that spot of going outside, it basically goes shoom. But then, even though I saw that you basically go up like that and it goes down and then swerves, I was just like, this ride is absolutely fast, and it just went 100 miles an hour. But I heard that this ride was absolutely incredible. Even though you got the Superman on the back pushing the roller coaster, I could not say anything better, but this ride was absolutely incredible. And for instance though, even though that this ride was just absolutely fantastic to see and watch, I was just saying to myself that this ride was just not for me. But even though that this ride was absolutely incredible, I'm just going to say that this ride needs like a very cool rating. Because even though I didn't go on this ride, I was just like, this ride's absolutely amazing, and people are just going to be so brave that they want to go on it. But now, speaking of that, I'm going to give it a rating of 9 out of 10. This ride, it was absolutely amazing. I just think that even though it jets very fast, it goes up, I was just like, bloody hell, this ride's so unique and really, really fast, because it went 100 miles an hour anyway. So I'm just going to give it a 9 out of 10, and this ride was absolutely amazing to watch and see anyway. And my favourite of this ride, coming in at number 1, Arkham Asylum. Now, this ride was absolutely incredible. It was just absolutely amazing. This ride held so much people in it. I had to hold on to the bar so much. And once I went down, oh my god, it was even like the Superman ride, 100 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour. But this ride was so fast, even though I went up on the climb, and then obviously went down curving like that, I was just like so bloody, I was just so scared and freaked out, and I was just crapping myself so much. Because really, once I went on this ride, I was like, holy shit, and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, this ride is so bloody fun. But then when I went down it, I was just like, oh my god, this ride was just absolutely incredible. I would love to go on it so many times. But even though this Arkham Asylum ride was absolutely incredible, it even went curling like that, then backwards twice, and then it obviously went curving like that. So then, this ride was absolutely top notch for me. This is why I'm rating it as number 1, my favourite ride of all in movie world. This ride was just taking you to a place that some people obviously wear glasses, but then I didn't. Even though that this ride was absolutely unique, I was just sitting there, obviously praying to not fall down, not even break or anything like that, because I had to sit there basically like this, holding 2 bars, and then obviously you have to have that strap on anyway, to make it fit, and then obviously not to fall down anyway. But really, this ride is just absolutely amazing. I'm just going to give this one a 10 out of 10. Significant ride I've absolutely been on. This ride was just absolutely amazing. I'm just going to give that one a 10 out of 10, because this ride is just really incredible, and I could not say anything better than myself, because this ride, even though it was freakish, it was absolutely amazing anyway. Because 10 out of 10 for me is just a very good rating, and I'm just going to give that a special gift anyway for this one, a special rating. But then I'm just going to give this one a 10 out of 10, because I'm just going to say it's better for myself. And really, this ride is absolutely incredible to see, go on it, and to watch it anyway. Thanks guys for watching my video, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll be doing a couple of videos coming to you guys soon. Also, I'll be doing more videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for more. Plus, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, take care guys, stay safe, and have a good one.